Hey, what's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? How y'all feeling? Alright, it's Throwback. I'm the dot connector, Sherm, aka I ain't playing with you. And it's the show, yo. Let's do it. Let's see what we do, right? So, yeah, this show I was kind of, this gonna be like, look, when I say when I look up stuff and stuff like this, and I point like, look it up. You know what I mean? Just that's like Farrakhan said with his speech. He say stuff, man. Look it up, man. And so I was talking to a couple of people this last week or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Um, and stuff. So let's start off with the Trilateral Commission. Let's start there, right? So, like, when you talk about groups that, like, when they talk about they don't like Farrakhan and this and this and that, and you got secret organizations out there, whatever. So, we're going to talk about some of the secret organizations, and then we're going to talk about the, some of the things that these secret organizations sit by and watch happen. All right, so here we go. So, the Trilateral Committee, right? Some call it a shadow government, the global elite that runs the world, right? Trilateral Committee. Some of the things people over the years say about them say that they try to control and manipulate, anti-American or anti-democrat, anti-Christian, anti-worker, and scheming ultimately to abolish the sovereignty of nations, and establish one world government. That's when everybody working together. You'll have a rich one here in this country, a rich one in that country, or whatever. And like with the Clinton Global Initiative, that was a trilateral committee type of situation right there. Clinton with all these billionaires from all around the world, right? So, and see how their work is, they'll fund both sides of the same argument. They'll give money to Black Lives Matter and then make money off selling police weapons to shoot at Black Lives Matter. So that's how they work. That's pretty much what they do. You know what I mean? Because out of that, they make money. Out of chaos, they make money. According to London LaRouche, fringe political candidate, they're behind the drug trade, tax hikes, siphoning money overseas, Freemasonry, and the occult. The cult would be, with trying to tie in with all of those situations, because when you think about Illuminati, people think about Illuminati in the music and entertainment industry. Illuminati, the real dogs is trilateral, people like Trilateral Commission and people like CEOs and governors and senators, people that's going to change laws that affect you. Entertainers and things like that, they only going to control who you hear, who they make a star, who they push, and all of that type of stuff. Who they give the awards to. That's what they do. They trying to control, like, say for instance, Cheney was in a position of power where he could maneuver the rules to benefit the company Halliburton that he was associated with. See, that's how they do shit. That's how they do shit. They it was 325 people on there. The commission, and commission, many left. They come and go. Pretty much they come and go. At one time, the Clintons was in there and all of that. And see, what they do is they get in there, and it's probably just like a social club for the elite, pretty much. You know what I mean? Except they up to no good because they trying to make money. So you get in there, you get your money up, you make connections, you try to help this guy land a deal that'll help him mine for diamonds in this country over there. You try to help this guy that's trying to drill for oil in a part of Alaska that's not being used no more. So that's the type of shit that happens, right? You got them, right? Then you got the Bilderberg Group. The Bilderberg Group is a little bit more loose, exclusive. It's only 120 to 150 members. These are CEOs, CIA, and ex, that kind of CIA and special ops and a shadow government type of, like, them kind of ex guys. Like, once they retire and stuff like that and they get old, they don't just go away. They get a suit on and go get in a building somewhere and plan and plot and shit like that. You know, and so what they like to do is they got the, and with the Bilderberg Group, when you ask them about anything that go on there, they have what's called the Chatham House Rules. Chatham House Rules is some shit from over there in London or whatever the case may be, right? Like tricknology. That's what they good at, tricknology, right? So, Chatham House Rules work like this. The topic that they bring, so if 20 of us in there, I come out and you go, yo, Sherm, what just was said in there? Well, in there today, I think it was proposed that somebody might have brought up this and this and that, and you know, I think they might have said this, like, so everything that was brought up, I think it was brought up, I don't know who said it, I didn't say it, type of thing. So whatever, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. The person saying it, yeah, so not necessarily the person that's saying it said it. So you can't say that I'm saying this, I'm just saying this is what was discussed in there. Energy, commodity prices, that's what's going on in there. Word. What they call it, Atlanticism. You know, connecting, keep connecting. Like I told you, man, Hillary was going to be the worst for us, man. The worst for us. Word. Pre-caveat. I didn't even, some of the stuff, Russia, China, that's what's going on in there. That's the big dogs. That's the big dogs that control what's going on. Koch brothers, you know, the Koch brothers they making money. That was the company. That's where I got that example from. The Koch brothers they contribute to the Republican Party and turn around and contribute to the Democratic Party. They contribute to the Police Benevolence Association, but still give money to Delray Mendelson, or he was living in one of their mansions or whatever the case may be. That's how they operate. Now, all of this being said is all of these things is designed everybody to get away from what would be their best version of them or their true essence or what they need to be doing as a people to be great. That's not what they want, because they're against everybody being great. They want money to rule, cash rules everything. They want money to rule and the global elite to rule, and that's it, right? So midwives was before doctors. They delivered babies, made house calls and everything. They did everything, gave abortions. They did everything. Midwives did everything. And then these are terms that they made sure. I'm going to give you some more terms, but these are some of the, we're going to start talking about word games, I'll talk about word games, and they like to do that. So things that they try to make us have a negative connotation, or we get a negative picture in our head whenever we think about these things. So you got shaman, medicine men, witch doctors, which they are all negative terms because that's not what they were called. That's what they decided to call us. You know what I mean? Because they were our healers. They were our natural healers. That's what we had in the black community. We had our natural healers like that. Our natural healers. Because like Minister Farrakhan said, the devil is in your hand and in your head. It's in you. You could think on a thought, you could act on a thought. So you could think and do good, create, bring life forth, or you could think and do and bring forth death and destruction. It's your choice. It's your choice, right? So now, we're gonna come back to other things that we ran from, but let's talk about, because I'm talking about the Minister Farrakhan. Let's talk about some of the things that they want to ban him for. They call him an anti-Semite, and I already explained that in the last episode that they not even a Semite. You know, because a Semite is based on ancient language that was spoken in a certain part of northern Africa. Them Jews are not that. They're not that. That's one. And if you try to go by the race, we in Africa. We in Africa. So they not Semites, but they try to say that they are, but whatever. You know what I mean? I went to the Talmud. The Talmud, Talmud, Talmud is what the Jewish doctrine, what they govern, what they look to govern them in there, so they could be living in accordance with how they should be living, right? That's what the Talmud is, right? So boom. So in the Talmud it says that sex with and marrying a 3-year-old girl is okay. Yes. And they even go on to go into the mental state of the 3-year-old girl. So not only did they say, well, this is okay, they said yes, and it is okay, but it's only in a case where only when the 3-year-old thinks a certain way, and this and this and this and this and that. So that's one, right? So I was like, wow. So then I was looking on. Then they have a practice of when the rabbi circumcises a Jewish little boy, the practice is for the rabbi to put his mouth on the Jewish baby's penis and stop the blood with his mouth, right? That's the practice. The practice is for the rabbi to put the baby penis in his mouth and suck on it until it stops bleeding. Then he was to have grind some cumin up, dry cumin, and sprinkle that in the wound. And if he don't have dry cumin from the night before, they supposed to chew up some fresh cumin in their nasty ass mouth and rub it on the baby's penis, right? Just what they supposed to do, right? And so the reason I bring up that, because Jews run Hollywood. Jews run Hollywood. That's why the Me Too movement is in effect, because Jews run Hollywood. They was perverts. They was nasty. They had the casting couch. They had all of that. That's where the Me Too movement come from. It come from that. It don't come from us. That's why I'm still amazed how we get dragged into this. That's not what it was supposed to be, man. It's not what it's supposed to be. So yeah, and I say that because they with the running them old tired ass negative, stereotypes and this and this and that. And so, but now they changed it because they know we was getting tired of seeing Arnold Schwarzenegger kill up 100 people and Kevin Steven Seagal and people like that, Jean-Claude Van Damme. So they stopped doing it with the white men, and now they got the white woman doing it. So now every movie come out, it's a white woman kicking everybody's ass. That's why that white woman losing their minds out here, acting like they could do everything. Because on TV and in the movies, they punching out people, they kicking, they secret spies and agents doing assassin and espionage shit. Crazy. Word. So going back to the thing. So in March, so y'all don't think I'm making this up. In March 12th, 2012, baby dies from herpes virus and ritual circumcision in New York Orthodox Jewish community. New York Times. This is from the New York Times. March 12th, 2012. Baby dies from herpes virus from this circumcision ritual I was talking about with the boom, boom, boom. So now that's 12. March 9th. You think they would chill out? Nope, they still doing it. March 9th, 2017. Herpes cases among babies linked to ultra-Orthodox Jewish circumcision ritual. There you go. And so that shit is bad, perverted, this and this and that. And that's why I say, yo, man, can't nobody judge nobody. Because even if you're trying to say, oh, that's just a small part of our faith that think like that, y'all got to get rid of that part of your faith. That part of your faith got to go. So you can't justify it. Like I say, you can't clean up shit. You can't clean up shit. And so now, let's move that to the side. Now, they still following their traditions and rituals and all this. Let's go to our rituals, back to us. You know, Haitians studied 123 plant species belonging to 112 general plant families. You know what I mean? Or something like that. 123 plant species belong to 112 general and 63 plant families. That's a lot of plants and herbs. That's all I say. That's why I wrote the numbers down. But each herb, ask my girl Angie. We're going to do another show. We're going to come back with one about health this time. But each herb, each plant has a medicinal purpose. Each one. They have some out there kill you. They have some out there that'll heal you. Native Americans knew all of these stuffs. The Asians know this stuff as well. But the Western philosophy with Hippocrates and the Hippocratic Oath, and he's the father of medicine, even though he went to and learned in Egypt, and Egypt was doing mummifications and all of that and cutting people open way before Hippocrates came around. But they give Hippocrates the credit. And that's why you take a Hippocratic Oath, because of Hippocrates, right? But the system that they got, the medical system they got set up now, is based off cutting and bootleg drugs, unpure drugs. We're going to go into the unpure drugs down the road, where they coming from. You know what I mean? But because they thing is radiation, cutting it, treating it, putting in a plastic disc, drugs. That's what they do. Drugs. That's it. Drugs, antibiotics, cut, operate, drugs. That's what they do. Transplant drugs, right? So boom. So, and our vibe was herbs, pray, good food, and weight. That's what we was on. And so even today, you'll be like, oh, somebody had this and something just happened. They healed. Yeah, because they stopped believing they was going to die and believing the shit they was being told. And they wanted to, and it turned out different for them. So, yeah. Yeah, that's what we was doing. Praying to the different deities and everything. This was in every culture, from the Aztecs to the Africans, the Aztecs to the Africans. That's what they was doing. These are all. Yeah, these are the Cubans, Africans, Haitians, Creoles. At the botanical, you know, Mambo is the term for female priestess, as opposed to the Hunang, or the male priest in the voodoo religion. You know, because voodoo is spirits, different deities, different herbs, and things like that. Yes, you have sacrifices and all that. You have that in everything if you want to subscribe to the darker sides. Like if you go into, you know, I just telling you about Judaism, when they got a thing, what could be darker than sucking on a baby's penis, bloody penis and all that. That's just some dog shit to me right there. You know what I mean? So I guess it depends. See, so everybody's religion, if you don't subscribe to that religion, you could sit back and judge and throw stones. They just better at throwing stones, and they make it to where it's offensive if we even say any of the same things about their religion as they say about ours. Like say, You could stand around with a Jewish person and you could talk about how Michael Jackson might have molested some boys, but turn that around and go, oh, so yo, I seen to your Jewish friend, hey man, I seen where the thing with the rabbis, man, and the little kids, man, what you think? You're an anti-Semite. Try it, excuse me. Try it, and you'll see. You'll be an anti-Semite. They're going to change it around. You're an anti-See. We can't say nothing. They could challenge. They could talk about us. They could sit in judgment. They could pass judgment. They could do all that. But we can't. We can't. Because, you know, they better than us. Even though we the original, they better than us. But whatever. Do Zionist Jews own Hollywood and the media? Yes, says Joel Stein, LA Times, December 19 through 2008. This is list he had. Fox News President Pina Chernin, Paramount Pictures Chairman Brad Gray, Walt Disney CEO Robert Igor, Sony Pictures Chairman Michael Lipton, Warner Brothers Chairman Barry Myers, CBS CEO Leslie Moorhead, MGM Chairman Larry Sloan, NBC Universal Studio CEO Jeff Zuckerman. And that's just the studio brass. Then it's the actors, entertainers, predominantly Jewish. And you know what I mean? Oh, and you know you're going to have your tokens. Whoopi Goldberg, who the way she be capping on there, she sound like an angry white woman too at times. And then you got Amari Stoudemire, which, you know, it's Amari Stoudemire. Them basketball players, athletes, you know, you get money, you get different. That's what happens. But I say all that to say, so they controlling the movie studios, they controlling the newspapers, they controlling the news stations. So if you speak out against them, you say anything against them, that's what you get. Farrakhan, if it was somebody that wasn't as big as the Minister Farrakhan, they'd be crushed already. They'd be crushed already. They can't get the Minister Farrakhan. He's untouchable by them. He's untouchable. Because he don't play in a world, so he's untouchable. You know what I mean? They got spies around him, and I'm sure they got a spy this or that around him or whatever, a Fed or whatever, but he's untouchable pretty much. You know what I mean? Me or you, if I get them getting that many people following me or whatever, I'd be in trouble. Yeah, they be trying to get at me. So when I start talking about that made me get into the Freemasonry. So, and I'm gonna get it. So, just like Mason, the first original Masons, master builders, architects, astrologers, navigators, all of this stuff was in Africa. All of this. We was already traveling the seas, using the stars, and all of that. We was already doing that. Period. We was already doing that. We was already farming and everything. Native Americans had to teach them how to farm when they got here. So, but you know, and they end up with all the farms now. But the Native Americans had to teach them how to farm when they got here. That's what we was great at. You know what I mean? And so, but they made us hate farming. They made us hate that because we equate farming with slavery when it's really agriculture. And we were great at agriculture. That was what Africa had. We had abundance of natural resources, you know. But I say that to say, just like with masonry, the original Masons builders was over there in Egypt building the pyramids and all of that stuff. So now you got the oldest lodge in Scotland, number 0, the lodge Mother Kinwilling. So you let them tell it, they the originator of Masonry. Like it's nowhere in hell. And so looking at that, I call my boy, I'm like, yo, I need some clarity, God, because I know you not following nothing that they set up trying to say that they was the original. He like, nah, God, nah, Cypher God. But anyway, and he was like, but anyway, so the Prince Hall Freemason Lodge started September 29, 1784, right? And so all of the teachings is based, the teachings, they got two sides. They got the Sphinx side and the Shriner side. Shriner side is it was all being learned. You had to learn all of these things, and I ain't trying to even give it all up, but and how my boy gave it to me. But you know you learn these things, and you learned these things before you became a pharaoh. These are the mystic arts that you learned before you became a pharaoh. So it's no way that this could come from white people. But I digress. And so, but in their version, in the Scottish Rite side, they put in this stuff cannot be taught to a free man, or can only be taught to a free man, or something like that. See, that's them putting changing up shit, and that's their version, because at the time they was crackery, and they was doing crackery shit. But in the beginning, or in the original, it don't say nothing about no free man, because everybody was free. See? That's how you know they come along second. Y'all start changing up shit. You know what I mean? How you gonna say, and then on top of that, why would that make sense? If a motherfucker, especially back then, dude come and he want to study and he want to learn and help you build some shit, you gonna tell him no? Come on, man. That don't make no sense, man. That don't make no sense, man. So Masonry and the KKK, it started in 1866 by 6 Confederate officers, right? One was the first Imperial Grand Wizard, right? Connected to the Scottish Rite side. Why are you going into this, Sherm? Yeah, you know. Because KKK was the... one minute. You'll see. KKK was known as the Invisible Empire of the South, right? Robert Byrd, a racist ass former senator, died June 2010 at 92, was an exalted cyclops in the KKK. That's why I brought that up. So see how we got how they run bullshit on us, how they try to trick knowledge, then the KK masonry, and then the K bleed into the KKK, and then from the masonry bleed into the masonry, and then to the KKK, and then it bleed into the United States government. There you go, right there. So now we in the government with the KKK through Robert Byrd. Robert Byrd gets us, and I'm sure it's more. I remember when David Duke ran and all of that. And you got plenty of them out there. Look at Orange Guy in the White House. So, you know, so it's always been there. That's what I'm saying. People outraged, it's always been there. And this guy, Robert Byrd, doesn't have black people voting for him. Meanwhile, he, what was his rank again in the exalted cyclops? That's what he was, an exalted cyclops. He reports to, they was over him, the Grand Grant, provincial leader, the Grand Dragon, state director, the Wizard, right? Those above him. Below the Cyclops, Grand Maggie, Grand Monk, Grand Executioner, Grand Turk, and finally the rank and file members known as the Ghouls or the Knights. My thing is, what you got to do to get promoted? What did that senator do to get promoted? You earn your rank with the, you know what I mean? So, So, yo, in 8 states, bestiality is legalized. Texas, Kentucky, you know, there's 8 states where bestiality is legalized. It's actually a zoophilia movement. Malcolm J. Brenner, made famous for sleeping with a dolphin. I was going to say the F-bomb. Sleeping with a dolphin in the 70s, claimed he fell in love with Dolly at the now defunct Park, Florida land. Said the relationship was consensual. And I bring that up to say this. How can we have respect for a legal system where shit like that is legal? I mean, like for real, like shit like that is legal, but we supposed to have respect for the legal system. So yeah, so okay, my boy Jig also put me on to this. Shout out to Jig and his girl Veronica, his boo. Mexican young people missing for body parts in Mexico. A lot of Mexicans right there missing. And 2014, a Mexican child organ trafficking ring emerged. Suspectedly emerged. Knights Templar cartel. Offer child body parts. Offer body parts. Black market body parts. So they got a black market Mexican cartel out there now. That's sick, y'all. That's crazy. That's scary. Not even sick. That's scary. They use orphanages. Had an orphanage in Zamora. Had 500 kids in it. Then they had another one, Casa de Mama Rosa, that was open 40 years. Some say it got links into the dark arts and rituals, but most say that it's for organ donation for the elite, the powerful and the rich, which you know that means when they say powerful and elite, enter the United States, right? Which they do. They come through the United States, right? So they caught a truck with frozen bodies of children and adults at a checkpoint in Villa Victor Chinchula, Mexico. Kids, adults, all dead. Called police, FBI, showed up, truck disappeared. They don't know what happened. Story get hazy after that. So that just lets you know that they's connected. Somebody at that particular time, whatever was on that, somebody needed that, and they pulled some strings, and that shit disappeared. Mexican police didn't take it serious, so they let the cartel get bigger, and now the cartel is doing their thing down there with the help of U.S. doctors who's perpetrating the trafficking by not questioning where the organs is coming from. So now, with 517 kids missing since black kids missing since the beginning of this year, like a lot of it is into the black market drug organ trafficking too, y'all. A lot of it is into that, the black market drug trafficking. So now you have a market, and the rich in U.S. desperate client and the list and determined to get, yeah. So that's what it is. So that's what a little bit of this trafficking thing is right now. A little bit of this thing is a portion of it is that too. You know what I mean? Because you can't trust them. Because them doctors is all about money, man. Them doctors is about money and them cars, man, and they trips and all that shit. They ain't about helping and all that, because they take kickbacks from the drug companies to push the drugs that give you gangrene in your nuts, or to push the generic drugs that I'm gonna talk about later. That makes people sick. That might not even be the generic drug that you know it claim it is. It might not even be the drug. You take it and it don't do shit. It's a placebo. Word up. But anyway, new movie. Ma, you know, right? The crazy sister running around, killing shit up, bugging, right? Ma, right? Yeah. So now they getting ready to make us hate the word ma, or make us the sister black. I can hear black women now. Don't call me ma. Don't call me ma. Don't call. That's the first words babies come out their mouth saying, but they want to make sure they. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. And then we gonna be stuck with a bunch of words that don't mean shit, or a bunch of words in the English language that we don't like. That's offensive to us. That means some negative shit that they done turned into some reverse shit on us. Where you know what I'm saying? That's what's going on. House paperwork, right? And stand with trigonology. And the Lateral Commission and the Bilderberg Group and how all these people get together and they come up with so house paperwork. You sign like 50 pieces of paper, man. You don't need all them papers for that. That's so they could lose you with the paperwork and the money. They could lose the money in the pile of paperwork. That's what happens. I tell you, off a house that you buy for, say, 215,000, if you pay it off over 3, and do the math and go ahead and go whatever they telling you got to pay right now. You know what I'm saying? And you do the math over 30 years, you'll see they make a killing off of us, man. They make a killing. And it's by design. That's why they make the paperwork so everybody can get their piece. Everybody could end up eating. Cause I was telling my son, it's like what they want to do is they trying to go to society where we just shutting up, we working, we coming home, we not really going out, we sitting at home, we spending our money on shit that we don't really need, that might get us sick, that might kill us, or whatever the case may be, and all of that, so they could end up living more comfortable, more luxury. They could have a steady stream of income coming in off of us. That's what they want. That's what they want. What you know what I'm saying? Like, they would love to be able to put heads in a long tube somewhere where heads is in a matrix somewhere, really plugged in somewhere. They would love that shit. Man. Let's go to images, right? Images. Cartoon Network. This the bathtub, right? This the bathtub, right? Boop! A little white little baby boy pop up in the middle of the bathtub. On both sides, mommy on one side, mommy on one side, daddy. They squeeze soap in the middle of his hair. Soaping up, he laughing. Mommy and daddy, they spraying his hair off. Bathtub, black little baby boy, boop, pop up. This side, that side, 2 men. Squeeze shampoo on his head, little baby boy looking like this. Little baby girl, black little baby girl, boop, pop up. 2 women on both sides. Same thing, squeeze soap in her. Baby just looking like this. Little Asian little baby pop up, boop, at the end. Asian father pop up, squeeze soap in the little girl. She laughing, she joking, she looking out the window, laughing at the birds, chirping and everything and all of that. Images, joyous occasion. Meanwhile, they really pushing that on us, man. And it's so sad that you got some people out here fighting and being nasty and mean about it. I'm like this, yo, you could date who you want to. I could care less, man. I could care less. What I don't like is them pushing it, them promoting it. They ain't promoting heterosexuality the way they promoting homosexuality and all of this other stuff. They not promoting it like that. They not promoting it. They ain't even promoting on TVs. And I seen a new sausage commercial tonight with the chicken sausage and all of that. So they got the sister in the kitchen frying up the sausage and her husband standing next to her as a white man. Like, it's like, yo, I'm telling you, man, it's not they is really trying to kill an image of us. And so that's why I'm like, yo, I fucks with Tracy Morgan, but yo, right now you doing that fuck shit too. Like, if you part of doing the shit and you doing the shit and you involved in the shit that they doing, man, yo, you a part of the problem too. You just like them. You are no different. You even worse, man. Because you could be like if it was me and I had the opportunity and you got the platform, yo, you could be doing better with something more different with that than showing them like that, man. Like, come on, man. I can't have, like, even if your wife gonna have the white husband or whatever, yo, that shit could be some shit that ain't gotta be on camera in everybody's face every week. That shit could be over there, so when you go to see her, you never see the white husband, y'all just talk about it or whatever. It's ways where you can still do it and do it in a better way than that. So that's my thing, right? That's my thing. Word up. It's crazy. So yeah, so yo, find our girls. And I say, so in 2013, we made up 13% of the population, but 35% of missing people. That's more than a third. That's more than a third. That's crazy. But and so I went to the Black and Missing Foundation, and you can see pics exact. And see, this is the thing, man. Yo, and I get it. I get it. But the black women, y'all be acting like it only happens to black women and black little girls. Like ain't no black little boys coming up missing. Ain't no black little boys getting killed. Ain't no black, you know what I mean, black little boys getting sexually harassed. Ain't no black, it ain't, it's like everything is geared towards black girls, man. And y'all don't get it, man. That's what they want y'all to do, man. This is what they push. That's why they give. This is what they push, and you could tell, and you could tell because Alyssa Milano was don't want. She told, I'm not gonna come to your woman's empowerment thing if you don't stop, if you don't denounce Minister Farrakhan and denounce Minister Farrakhan. Y'all don't see it. All of that stuff is the things that they want to be taking place, and y'all playing right into it. So you look on something for the black and exploit missing child. It's like it's for the black women. It's for black women, for strong black women, and promoting black female empowerment. And I'm like, yo, why y'all? It's like y'all do it to the thing where y'all try to turn off black men or say like, yo, I'm not holding you back. I'm not holding you back. It's not me. It never was me. It was always the white man. It never was me. But anyway, I digress. So I went on there and I'm looking at that and it was just, I'm like, damn, they just turn everything into black girl power all the time. Like, damn. Like, even when we talk about missing, like why y'all trying to distinguish from, like, yo, we all missing. Like, but whatever. As a